Hey, what's happening? You're watching Toon Army TV. The match preview for the game on Monday the 27th of December. It's Newcastle taking on Manchester United at St James's Park. The big fixture, the one that we've all been waiting for. We always seem to get Manchester United around Christmas. And it's going to be a match that everyone is very excited for one reason and one reason only. The return of Cristiano Ronaldo. One of the greatest players to ever have played the game, and I can't wait to see him in action. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's in defeat and Eddie Howe can get another home win under his belt. The one that he picked up against Burnley in his first home game as a manager, but hopefully we can get one against a better side in Manchester United. But before I dig in to the preview, I just want to say to all my subscribers who watch this channel on a regular basis, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I want to wish you all the very best for 2022. Thanks for all of your support. It doesn't go unnoticed. Yes, I haven't done a lot of videos this year, but I have shown my face from week to week where I can. And that is due to the fact that I live a busy life now and that I've got a lot on my shoulders. But thanks for sticking by nevertheless. But getting into the preview, Newcastle versus Manchester United. So Eddie Howe has delivered his press conference for the game on Monday the 27th of December, a day after Boxing Day. So we've still got a few days before the game. The players will have had a week and a bit, in a way, to have prepared for this game after the Manchester City 4-0 defeat at St James's Park Sunday just gone. A very disappointing result, but a one that we were expecting. And Eddie Howe was asked, about the performance and the result, and he said that the lads were in the game in the first half. It was only 2-0. Manchester City were limited to very little, and I do agree to a certain extent. However, when you give Manchester City the lead after 5 minutes and the way we conceded the goal, you just know that it's going to be a long afternoon, and Manchester City don't need asking twice, when it comes to, finishing you off. And the game, for me, was pretty much done the minute we conceded after, the first 5 minutes. Who do you blame, Dubravka or Clark? For me, I blame both, looking back at it. But hopefully, the lads can sort that out and rectify it and go again. In the Manchester United game, Eddie Howe was asked about the injuries and the COVID situation. So right now, the lads are in a clean state of health. Nobody, touch wood, has got COVID because it's been very rife, amongst all the other 19 Premier League clubs and across the EFL. However, there has been, some injuries that is giving Eddie Howe a bit of a headache because right now our squad's small and we haven't got a lot of options, to choose from, and that was evident in the Manchester City game. That's going to happen because a lot of games are played over Christmas. Now, Jamal Lewis is out. Fernández will also be out for a few weeks. And there will be other players missing as well. Paul Dummett as well, not playing so far this season. So we are stretched. And Eddie Howe did admit that. And he was also asked about the transfers in terms of next month in January, because we'll have this money now and are we going to be bringing players in, and is the defence going to be, strengthened, for example? And he said that players will stay at the football club and nobody will leave unless stated otherwise, and unless we have the replacements ready to play, for the second part of the season, and everyone is battling for a place. Eddie Howe still has to, give players that chance to really prove themselves under his management. We have been linked with Sule from Bayern Munich. That's one centre-back. We've been linked with a player from an Italian side. We've been linked with Kieran Trippier from, Atletico Madrid. That'll be a very good signing. It is evident that we need centre-backs. It's as simple as that. We could do with at least 5 players in the new window. We could do with another creative midfielder, because where's the goals coming from? And especially up front, because Callum Wilson isn't doing it, because he's not getting the service. But not that, he probably just needs help. You know, St. Maximin can't do it all on his own. Yes, he's been ball hogging in a lot of the games, and that's what frustrated me, you know, in games gone by, that he's potentially just let up opportunities where he could have passed it, and he's just gone all himself and, you know, got frustrated. But it's evident this squad isn't good enough, and that, you know, we're conceding too many goals. I believe we have conceded something like 41 goals, the most in the league, and our goal difference is the second worst to Norwich's, and we're 19th in the league, and the table doesn't lie. So, you know, right now we need to really sort it out. The players need to kick up the arse as we go through Christmas. Yes, the games have been tough. We've had Liverpool, you know, we've had Manchester City, and now we've got Manchester United. But as Eddie Howe stated in his press conference, the games are closing in on us, and the longer that we don't win, it's going to be more difficult towards the end of the season, when, you know, you're battling to stay up, and everyone, you know, needs points for either the, you know, the Champions League, or, you know, Europa League, or just mid-table, or, you know, all of that. Eddie Howe was also asked about, like, how he's going to approach the Manchester United game, and he said just how he's always done it, you know, play on the counter-attack and not look to be all defensive, and not going, you know, with a negative attitude, and just look at the last game as a lesson and just take each game as it comes. He's not defeatist, and I like that, because when you used to listen to Steve Bruce, it was always, oh, well, you know, this side's really good, they do this, they do that. And you used to get frustrated because he always used to big up the sides that we're playing up against before a ball was even kicked. And that doesn't give any confidence to any of the players that are trying to, you know, do well for the shirt, do well for the community, for the fans. But Eddie Howe's not like that. He's the polar opposite. And it's all about, you know, a new game, and just go out there and prove, you know, to the fans that you can do it, and that it's not game over. There's still plenty of games to go, 20 left with 60 points to play for, and that we can't dwell on what's happened in the past. We can only look to the future. And talking of Manchester United, the opposition, well, they've been hit with a lot of COVID cases. They've also had games off, so that, you know, they've had some rest in there as well. And talking of rest, Eddie Howe was asked about that whole situation. He didn't want to make any excuses. It was just a case of that there will be a fixture, you know, backlog, and that we just have to take it game by game, and that we just have to take it as it comes. It's as simple as that. I said we've been fine, but you've got to look at the safety, you know, of each and every footballer. And obviously, Jordan Henderson was saying, the Liverpool player, that, you know, there's the welfare of the players hasn't been taken into consideration, and that the games are coming thick and fast. But the players know that, obviously, that there's going to be games, you know, coming thick and fast throughout the Christmas, like a Saturday, Tuesday sort of thing. And that, obviously, it's not helped due to the new variant, of course, but players are obviously picking up a big pay packet that they have to get used to it. And Eddie Howe said didn't want to, you know, dive into that too much, and just said it's business as normal. We want to pick up as many points as possible, and we're going to have to, you know, we're in the Premier League. We'll have to go there at St James's Park and show, you know, what a good crowd we are, and the players need to show what they are capable of, you know, on the night. That we can't go toe-to-toe with Manchester United. We've done it in the past, and we can do it again. Ralf Rangnick, the Manchester United manager, has said that Paul Pogba will be missing for Manchester United. He's one of their key players in midfield. He always seems to cause a nightmare against us with what he can do. So that is one positive for us. But we all know that they've got quality in their side. You know, they're in the top sort of 8 for a reason, and they do find ways to win. And they've been, you know, very consistent under Ralf Rangnick. And with Ronaldo, you know, being in the side, you know, he's sort of full of confidence again after, you know, what was a very, you know, poor start of the season, you know, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But what can you expect under his management? Yeah, done well at the sort of few games in, and then it just sort of petered out, and Ronaldo obviously wasn't the same. He wasn't really playing as many games, and obviously wasn't coming on as often. But as I know, with Manchester United, they're full of quality. It's not just about Ronaldo. You've got, you know, Marcus Rashford, you've got Martial, they've got Mason Greenwood. They've got so many, you know, players in their side that can change a game. And with our leaky defence, they'll be, you know, rubbing their hands together, thinking, oh, there's a great chance there to get something at St James's Park and to pick up more points. But as we know, we need to take advantage of their situation. That, you know, we've got a clean bit of health, they haven't. But as I said, they're not to be underestimated as Manchester United. but it's how we approach it on the day. As said, there's no real excuses because the lads have had, you know, that long break now from the Manchester City game. If I'm talking, they've had 7-8 days, and that's not bad given that other clubs have actually had games in midweek in the Carabao Cup. So yeah, that is the preview for the Manchester United game. Score prediction. Do you know what? I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I believe the lads are good enough to get something if they just stay focused and, you know, switch on at the back and don't make stupid errors like we did against Manchester City. Yes, you could say the other goals. Listen, the second one was a worldie, but obviously we should close down better. The third and fourth one, well, I think the lads just gave in at that point. But we know if we stay in the game for long enough, then we are capable of at least getting something. I'd like to see we get 3 points and end the new year, or, you know, sort of on a high, go into it and with a bit of confidence. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Let me know your score predictions down below in the comment section, and let me know your build-up, you know, to the game, your thoughts and your opinions, and drop them down in the comment section. How would you line up, and what have you made of Eddie Howe's press conference and what he's had to say this afternoon on the game against Manchester United? So yeah, thank you so much for watching to this point. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. That's very, very important, just to keep more people, you know, watching the channel. It's the same with likes as well. Can we get over 25 likes? That would be very, very good of you, and I'd really appreciate it, as I, you know, do spend time putting these videos together. And as I said, it's all about growing the channel. And yeah, let your family and friends know about it as well. If you've got social media, do keep up to date with everything that I do. I am on Twitter and Instagram, or Instagram and Twitter, Toon TV. So give us a follow and I'll give you a follow back. And in the meantime, as said, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you all very soon for the matchday vlog against Manchester United. So stay tuned for that on Monday night. How are the lads?